Hello, everyone. Been a rough night for me. I haven't been able to sleep. Then it dawned on me why. I was so uncomfortable. I just decided to go in and get a shower. And it finally clicked in my head. It's about this Gulf oil spill, this massive deluge of 5,000 gallons. I think it's a day. I live in Maine. I make no secret of where I live. The people already know where I live anyway, so I don't try to hide it. But this is an issue. They've been talking about the oil and the effects, the immediate ones right there in the Gulf of Mexico, which should be addressed because it could wipe out the whole wetlands, and Louisiana has extensive ones, as well as Texas with its coastal inland waterways and also wetlands in the fishing industry. Now, the wellhead, I believe, is at approximately 2 miles depth. And I'm no oceanographer, but I have done some physics work about the oceans. And I know that there are multiple boundaries, multiple layers in the ocean. It's not just a surface and then everything below it's one piece. No. You have subduction zones. You have wind surface currents. Current surface currents also due to atmospheric pressure conditions, heat, and then you have the lower levels based on salinity and temperature due to the time of year and the amount of sun exposure the oceans get. The deeper it is, some of those currents can take years to make the circuit because it comes out of the Arctic, goes down past Europe, Africa, into the Antarctic, and then comes back up and dips into the Gulf, and then some of it shoots out of the Gulf and comes up the northeastern seaboard of the United States. Well, we all know oil and water doesn't mix. Oil and living things don't mix. So that's what's been worrying me all night without me realizing it. And here's a reason why. Nobody's been talking about it. Nobody's been talking, if they don't contain it there, what it can do to the eastern seaboard of the United States and the fish breeding grounds, the fishing industry itself as a whole, the wetlands needed for endangered as well as non-endangered species. They've had 12 dead sea turtles, I believe, which are really majestic creatures. Huge, but still majestic, and they glide. It's like they fly in the water. They've died, and they don't know for sure the reason why, but they suspect that they ate fish contaminated with oil. Might not we end up doing the same thing, eating fish contaminated with oil? Because the fish do migrate as well as birds. It's not just birds that migrate during seasons. So when I was taking my shower, that the connection, the water hitting me, it finally clicked what it was that's been eating at the back of my mind all this time. Like I say, I just have a cursory knowledge of this. I don't have great depth knowledge of it. And I've been looking for videos or even text, and I'm not seeing anything in the... Yes, it's been a relatively short period of time that I've been digging for this, but I needed to get this out. And if any of you know of anybody or know of a resource that I could check to address this issue, to make a reasonable projection of the likelihood or unlikelihood of this occurring, it's going to be a major, massive economic blow on all of the Gulf states. And we can't forget Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Bermuda, and a lot of these islands have to import their foods. And then we've got uh, Mexico itself, Belize, and all the other. I mean, we're looking at a big mess here, people, with that amount of oil coming out of that wellhead each day. Um, I'd sure like some feedback on this. As it is, the economic blow, we're already on our knees. And I don't like this at all, not one bit. I'd sure appreciate if somebody could direct me to some resource. Uh, if it comes up the Atlantic, the whole east coast of the United States, because that is possible with that amount of oil. And it doesn't take much to screw things up. Just a micro thin film of it. I apologize that I have to bring this out or up. It might be I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's hope I don't. But from everything I've learned and seen, it's a real possibility if they don't get on top of this and get on top of this fast. And I haven't heard any mention of anybody talking about the topography of the ocean bottom where it's at. Is it all sediment? Are there ridges? Crustal plates? There's a lot of ifs, what's. And it's been driving me buggy all night in the back of my mind without me knowing what it is that I've been trying to get it together to bring it to a logical point where I can speak about it. Here in Maine, the report last night on the news is the shrimp industry. Their catch has been very good, better than it has been in years. And because of the weight of the catch, they've shut down the shrimping season 2 weeks early. The shrimp market up here are not the same markets that the Gulf Coast services. But when we're talking about this subject, that's irrelevant. Here in Maine, we don't have much industry. And the fishing industry, as it is hanging on by its fingernails. And they're fighting tooth and nail to survive. They're hardworking people. This is serious business here, people. It could have a domino effect on all of us. No, I don't fish for a living. I have gone out a time or two as a sternman with friends. I love the ocean. I love the smell of it once you get away from the coast. It's clean. Are we going to be able to keep that? This is the second time I've made this video. The first time, I didn't realize my mic settings were so poor. So I hope this time, it looks like by the graph, it's moving some. So, good luck. God bless us all.